What's up, guys? Coach Lucas here. I want to share with you today why it is I do what I do. A lot of players and parents ask me, Coach, how did you get into this? Why did you start MSN Performance Academy? What is the purpose of all of this? How do you help players? And so in order to answer all those questions, I think it's important to understand why I do what I do. And so this all started with me when I was a player myself. Growing up, I loved the game. I was super passionate about the game. And my ambition as a young player was to become a professional. That was my long-term goal. That's what I wanted to accomplish. That's what I lived for. And what had happened was through my journey, as I grew up into 12, 13, 14 years old, I wasn't as talented as other players. I wasn't as skillful as other players. I wasn't as strong as other players. I was often slower or weaker and smaller than other players. And so for a long time through my journey, although I wanted to secretly become a professional, I was often doubted by coaches and doubted by people in general. So through that process, it became apparent that a lot of people would tell me that my goals of becoming a professional were not possible, that it was very difficult, and that only a certain amount of players can become a professional. 1% of players are going to make it. And this started to creep into my own self-doubt. And so I started to shift my goal from becoming a professional to playing Division I college soccer. And what had happened was, by the end of my career, not only was I playing at a Division I college level, but I was playing at a semi-professional level, and I was able to taste what it was like to play at a professional level. I was playing with some of the best players in the country, national champions, players that have gone on to win MLS championships, current pros, ex-pros. And so by the time my career was over, I got to vividly taste what it was like to be a pro. And for me, that meant the world. That's what I was striving for. My ultimate goal was to become a pro, but the problem is that because of the doubt of others, it started to seep into self-doubt, and I adjusted my goal accordingly. So instead of striving fully for that ultimate goal, I altered my goal or lowered my own standards, which therefore caused me to lower my actions. It lowered my behaviors. It lowered my habits. It lowered my intent each and every day, each and every week. And that caused ultimately for me not to achieve my secret, most ambitious desire. Being doubted by so many coaches, being doubted by even family members at times, being doubted by people around me, peers, friends, family. For me to go on and taste that professional competition, for me to compete at that level was in some sense a dream come true. But again, it was only a taste of it. And so this, while it felt like a success, it also transitioned to my life's purpose, because I knew, in retrospect, I knew that because I lowered my standards, that I didn't achieve the life that I could have achieved. I didn't fulfill my truest potential. And so from that experience, moving forward, I vowed to never do that again. I vowed to never lower my standards ever again. And so my goals now are to help other players achieve that, and to make sure that this does not happen for any other player that I'm engaged with or communicate with. And so the reason why I do what I do is to make sure that each and every player that I work with doesn't make the same mistake that I did. That their beliefs, their vision, their ability to achieve their long-term goals is stronger and better than mine was when I was a player. And so my whole purpose, my whole life goal is to make sure that the players that I work with fulfill their greatest potential and achieve their goals at playing at the national level, at the professional level, or at the college level, if that's their ultimate goal. So if you've ever experienced this, if you've ever experienced that doubt, if you've ever experienced even self-doubt, you have to understand that this all depends on you and your mindset. You can completely block out the noise. You can forget about what anyone's saying, and you can focus just on you. And so if you resonate with this, if you've ever experienced some of this, if you've ever experienced doubt from others or self-doubt, it's important to understand that you are capable of achieving far beyond what even you think you're capable of. And so it's important to dream big, right? And if you have those doubters, you either have two choices. You can prove them right or you can prove them wrong. And I'm here to help you. So whether you're watching this video on YouTube or wherever it is, feel free to reach out to me, leave in the comments, ask me for help and support, and I'll make sure I do whatever I can to make sure that you accomplish your ultimate goal. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found value in this. We'll see you next time.